Governing Nigeria is tough, but Tinubu is achieving remarkable progress. By Magnus Onyibe. The popular saying, the morning foretells the evening, seems to defy logic in Nigeria's case. The economy, which turned frosty after President Bola Tinubu introduced radical reforms 18 months ago, now appears to be thawing rather than worsening, contrary to the predictions of critics. Rather than witnessing a continued decline in living standards, as many feared, Nigeria seems to be gradually recovering from decades of stagnation. The current glimmers of hope, despite the widespread discontent initially caused by Tinubu's reforms, such as the removal of petrol subsidies and the unification of multiple foreign exchange rates, which led to a sharp naira devaluation, suggests that the hardships Nigerians endured may finally be easing. The steady improvements in the economy driven by the president's renewed hope agenda appears to validate the Machiavellian notion that the end justifies the means. That is because the once frozen economy, disrupted by these difficult but necessary reforms, is now showing signs of recovery. This progress may also reflect Nigerians' gradual acceptance of the transition from a subsidy dependent consumption economy to a production based one. The assertion above is validated by the fact that plugging long-standing financial leakages and laying the foundation for harnessing untapped economic potential, the administration is driving a paradigm shift that promises to benefit Nigeria in the long term. What the above scenario indicates is that the renewed hope agenda, though painful in the short term, seems to be yielding lasting benefits as Nigerians adjust to the adage no pain, no gain, and the criticisms that resulted in branding Tinubu as T-Pain early in his administration are waning. In fact, increasingly, people are beginning to appreciate the broader vision behind President Tinubu's policies and their potential to serve the majority's interests over time. This shift in public perception is evident in the stabilizing socio-political and economic landscape. For instance, the naira to dollar rate, which had reached a staggering 1,750 naira to $1, has improved roughly to 1,600 to 1,650 naira per dollar. This movement is closing in on the 1,500 naira to $1 target set by Tinubu in the 2025 appropriation bill presented to the National Assembly on December 15th. What makes these positive developments even more noteworthy is that they are happening less than 18 months into Tinubu's presidency. While many anti-Tinubu politicians and citizens clamored for immediate results from his reforms barely a year into office, advocacy for some of us and the voices of the likes of Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, who called for patience and endured criticism as government sympathizers, have been vindicated. Clearly, the signs of recovery are evidence of the principle that reform outcomes require more time to reach fruition. Hence, in less than 2 years, often considered a reasonable benchmark for policy impact, Nigeria's economic indicators are shifting. Like traffic lights, these signals are moving from red to amber, with the potential to turn green as Tinubu approaches his second year in office in May 2025. Positive socio-economic developments indicate progress despite initial hardship. Recent socio-economic improvements in Nigeria highlight the impact of a series of bold policy actions that hold significant potential to alleviate the hardships many Nigerians have endured due to reform induced challenges. These developments, signaling economic recovery, include reduction in pump price for petrol and diesel, strengthening of the naira against foreign currencies, decline in religious insurgency and banditry, decrease in herder farmer clashes and overall insecurity, significant reduction in crude oil theft, coupled with increased oil production and exports, boosting foreign exchange reserves. A rise in foreign direct investment, exemplified by Shell's commitment to invest $5 billion into the Bonga deep sea oil assets. Introduction of a 70,000 naira minimum wage for federal civil servants. Adoption of compressed natural gas (CNG) as a less expensive alternative to petrol and diesel for mass transportation. Establishment of the Nigerian Education Loan Fund to enable indigent Nigerians to pursue higher education by covering tuition fees and living expenses, thereby democratizing access to education. These positive indicators reflect President Tinubu's commitment to managing Nigeria's complex economy, which often defies conventional economic principles. However, it is important to acknowledge the significant sacrifices Nigerians have endured since the administration began implementing its reform agenda on May 29, 2023. One of the most recent developments that offers hope is the announcement on December 18, 2024, of a 200 naira reduction in the price of diesel by Dangote Refinery, lowering the cost from 1,200 naira to 1,000 naira per litre. Similarly, last month, the refinery reduced the price of petrol (PMS) by 20 naira per litre. Given the critical role of petrol and diesel in facilitating transportation, empowering factories, and supplying electricity to homes and businesses, these price reductions are expected to positively impact the economy. While the immediate effects of these reductions are not yet apparent, evidenced by the latest Nigerian Bureau of Statistics report showing inflation rising from 33.88% to 34.6%, that long-term benefits are anticipated to ease the economic burden on Nigerians. In essence, while the price reductions is in these essential commodities are yet to fully translate into tangible benefits, they are expected to lower transportation costs and provide relief to Nigerians struggling under these under this severe economic hardship. However, these benefits may take time to materialize, as some fuel stations have yet to adjust their prices to reflect the reductions announced by Dangote Refinery. Once the price adjustments are fully implemented, subsequent MBS reports may capture a downward trend in inflation rates. For now, food inflation remains high, driven by rising prices of staples such as onions, tomatoes, and peppers. These increases can be attributed to seasonal demand during the festive season, high transportation costs due to fuel price hikes, and other supply chain disruptions. While these developments indicate progress, more time is needed for the full benefits of Tinubu's reforms to materialize. Nevertheless, they offer hope for a greater economic stability and relief for Nigerians in the near future. Well, what are your opinions on this? Make sure to leave them in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure to turn on notifications so you can be notified when we upload daily content here on this channel. And make sure to share this video with your family and friends so that they know what is going on and they can give their own opinions on this.